Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, Episode 6, Iron Age Shek. Before we do anything else, I'm going to rent some beds. It's a little expensive, but it's faster recovery rate because I have some people that are just in comas. So, Trapper Keeper. And it's only 50 cats. 50 cats is really not that steep. McNauer and Fang are going to be in recovery beds. And then while they recover, I'm going to send everybody else out to go on a trade run. So I'm just moving them out of the way. So these 5, although they're all hurt, I think they all move at, reasonable speeds. I'm going to have them head out to first the rebel base, and then maybe the way station to buy some more research. So of these 5, who is the slowest? 18, 20, 19... Okay, Oren, I guess, is the slowest. And I'll just actively be avoiding combat. We're too hurt for me to take on more dust bandits. Yeah, robot beds are like 2k. So the 50 cats is nothing. Yeah, 50 cats is really nothing when you have thousands. And our income's pretty good. If I wanted to, I could easily throw my guys on some copper and iron mining and get myself hundreds, if not thousands of cats. But I'd rather do it through combat. The Shek way. Oh, we also might want to try to talk to these nomads. So these nomads probably have some bowls and garu for sale, and I'm not going to be buying the bowls and garus yet. I know people were asking about what I'm going to do for animals and livestock. Once I have a need for it, I'll do it, but I don't yet have a need for livestock. And most critters eat a lot. And right now, my own people are starving, so I'm not about to add to my food load. Alright, yeah, they have some research books. I bought all 6. And they have general blueprints for advanced harpoons. I'm not going to buy. I don't need that yet. Let's go ahead and bring these research books back to my snail house. Hope that the snail house actually renders. Alright, there we go. Simple training dummies just got done. I do believe they require iron plates to be made. Oh, come on. There we go. Now it just registered. But let's take a look. So training dummy. 4 iron plates. I think I'm going to put the training dummies on outside so that we can enjoy the view. But I'm going to want to construct some of these training dummies. So I'm going to make 2. I'm going to buy 8 iron plates and build 2 training dummies for people to train on. And that will help for melee attack. And it doesn't let you train up forever. You have to continually increase the level of training dummies to be able to build up more skill. And I think it tops off at 30 for training dummy MK3 or Mark III. Yep. And with these books here, let's say manual iron refinery, maybe. Let's see what is available to us. Yeah, maybe iron refinery. Iron plates. And paired with a storage box of ore, that will allow us to mine and refine, which is pretty good. Alright, basic weaponsmithing and basic weapon grades will be the remaining 2 that I use. And then we have 1 left. let's go with fabric. Okay, that's a lot of stuff queued up. We still have some money left over, so I'm going to head over to the way station and try to buy some even more books. The max skill, yeah, the max skill is 100. Very, very, very hard to hit level 100. The way the effort to level up is like exponential. So like from 0 to 10, I forget exactly what the stats are, but it was something like from 0 to 70 is the same amount of effort that it takes from like 99 to 100 or something like that. That's not literally what it is, but as you can see, it gets exponentially more difficult to get higher levels. To truly master something becomes ridiculously difficult, which I like a lot. Well, Rockvin's plugging away on this research bench. It's not exactly what he signed up for, but he doesn't mind being the brains. And as you can see, we have a racial penalty for science, but we're Shek only, so someone has to do it. Might as well be him, because he's already doing the robotics. I think it's a new day, and McNauer, Trapper Keeper, and Fang got booted out of their bedrooms. Nope, they just stood up for whatever reason. So I'm going to have them hop back in and fully recover their wounds. While Oren takes these 5 out to... Ooh, King, you're slower? Takes these 5 out to the way station for research books. Will I be giving out cyber limbs? Maybe at some point. I don't think I'm going to be purposely dismembering people for better limbs. But obviously Rockfin's already missing an arm. So, yeah. We'll be doing some of that, not all of it. God, they keep standing up. Quit it. I think it's because there's bandits nearby and the combat in the vicinity are causing them to stand up. I could turn that off by setting them to passive and having them ignore it. I'm actually going to have Fang run some errands for me while everyone else is running over to the way station. So we did want to set up some training dummies, and I'm going to need iron plates for that. So I'm going to spend some of the last money I have for one of the training dummies so I can start passively training my people in combat, which is pretty handy, especially if I'm going to add new recruits. It will help the new recruits not start at true 0 and instead start at like 10 or 20, which is a huge benefit because 0 means that you have no idea how swords work or clubs or whatever kind of weapon you have. So I'll need one more iron plate to complete this dummy. Can Rack get a better arm? Yes, he can. Right now he has an economy arm, which is terrible. He actually can get better arms than the high tech arms that you can eventually unlock are even better than flesh and blood arms. And they specialize. So there's multiple types of arms. There's like ones that give you a lot of strength. There's ones that give you a lot of dexterity and skill at crossbows. You can get absolutely better than standard arms later on. Same with legs, too. They're just extraordinarily expensive. And they tend to be sold in places that are hard to get to. They're just not easy to physically get to. I'm reordering the queue of research here, so we do iron plates next, because it would be really helpful if I'm able to make my own iron plates. That way I don't have to send my guys on difficult, long errands. Can you make them? Yes. You are able to make almost everything in this game you can craft yourself. Now, there's some exceptions. The weapons that you make... I'm just going to dumb this down a little bit because it gets a little complicated. But there are multiple weapon manufacturers that exist in this world, and they have different benefits. So homemade weapons, or weapons that you make yourself, suffer some penalties. But even with those penalties, they can still be very strong. If your weapon is made by Cross, it is legendary quality, and the player can never match a Meito Cross manufactured weapon. You just can't. If your weapon is made by the Captain Scrapmasters, your weapon, which can only be made by the Captain Scrapmasters, your weapon will have extra blunt. If it's made by the Edge Masters, it will have extra sharp. So you can buy weapons out there that are higher quality than anything that you could ever make, but they're very, very, very uncommon. There's not very many of them in the world. And then, as far as Meito weapons, which are legendary weapons, I forget the number of Meito weapons that exist, but I'm going to ballpark it at like 40 or 50. There's like 40 or 50 Meito weapons that exist in the world. They aren't manufactured. They're like artifacts. And not all of them are amazing. Some of them are like stupid. Like a Meito Wakizashi is not a particularly powerful weapon, but it's still much better than what I have on me now. Meito is a real thing. Yeah, I know. So there is a finite number of Meito weapons. There's an infinite number of the other types of weapons. They're just harder to buy because they don't really exist. And the same is not true for armor. The armor that the player makes, armor is armor is armor. So masterwork armor made by whomever is the same quality masterwork armor as everybody else. It's just the weapons that are special. So you can have weapons made by certain manufacturers that yield certain, benefits. So like a Edge Master, the top tier made katana made by Edge Master is going to have a lot more sharp damage than anything that the player can make, but they're very, very expensive. So it does make sense to make your own weapons because you could get pretty close. The difference is like, I'm gonna, if you take a look at this weapon here, this horse chopper, see how it does 0.5 cutting damage. A Meito quality, I'm gonna make these numbers up because I don't have them memorized, but a Meito quality might do 2.5, might be 5 times stronger than this horse chopper. A top tier that you can buy in a store might do 2.2, meaning the Meito has a bit of an edge, no pun intended, on the top that you can buy, and then the player made one, the best possible, might be 2.0. So still, the player made best possible is still very, very, very good. It just doesn't, it's not mathematically better than what you can buy. And the game's, that's pretty different. Most games don't have that sort of concept of like quality and the like, which I think is pretty cool. There's 29 Meitos. Does that count all the Wakizashis though? Because there's like 4 sets. So what I mean, I know I'm confusing because I'm talking kind of like late game, but like for every type of weapon, there's a Meito. Generally speaking, there's a single Meito quality of that weapon, except for Wakizashis, which are like small katana daggers. And for the Wakizashis, there's like a bunch. I forget how many there are, but there's a bunch. Okay, so all I was able to buy was 5 more iron plates and 2 books, which is fine. And this group is now going to come home to the snail house, which is a bit of a run. Yeah, there's 3 Wakizashis. Is Orin getting faster than everyone else? No, I'm just going to have Orin have her wait a little bit. She's out running people. I'm Evil Homer. I like your name. Thanks for the follow. Quality increases weight drastically too. Yeah. So the some of the best possible really heavy weapons are nearly unwieldable due to their weight. Like, you know, the Buster Sword or something. Where it's just like, cool, but like, no human can wield this, cause it's massive. You know, not everyone's built like Guts. Alright, Trapper Keeper's fully healed. McNauer's very, very close. Look at this hungry bandit crawling around. What happened? One little tap, tap, tap to that leg and it falls off. Yeah, the Mano frag axe, I think, is 75 kilograms. It's like wielding a human body as a weapon. Which sounds very WWE. And I love it. McNauer, I don't think... Oop, there goes gravity. Good, good, good. Alright, while everybody else heals up that's in the squad, I'm going to have Trapper Keeper and McNauer start to copper mine again. And then I'm also going to start up on the iron mine as well, because I will be able to make iron refineries soon. So here comes Orin and the errand-running crew. And they have enough iron plates on them to be able to make the training dummies. But alternative to the training dummies, another thing that it could do is the mining iron refinery processing, which costs 6 iron plates, which I might want to do in lieu of the training dummies, because then I can just make my own iron. The problem is I can't build this that close to the hub, so I'd have to build it like here where it turns green. But I think that's what I'm going to do instead, is invest in technology that can make me more stuff. So we're gonna live. It's gonna look a little weird because we're gonna have stuff sort of dotting the exterior of the hub, but this will allow me to reinvest. For me to be able to afford that, though, I will need one more iron plate. So I'm going to be on the lookout for yet another iron plate because I only have 5 of the 6 that I require. But it's going to be pretty cool when I make my own iron. And then that means that I can build a lot of the facilities at no cost, just with labor, which is, you know, pretty awesome. So, Oron, I'm going to have you head over to the iron mine. And then everybody else is going to use those rented beds. Well, not everybody else, but Ruka and Rain will, because they're the most hurt other than Oren. Can you ever just buy all the hub? No, but you can buy almost all the buildings of the hub. You can't kick out the buildings that already exist there. There are mods that allow you to, like, purchase the hub, but I'm not using those mods. The only time you can own your own city is if you start it yourself. Which I intend to do down the line. Okay, Oren, start building. King. Or... King is going to start running the copper. And... getting a little bit more money for more iron plates. So yeah, the bar and this bar and the Thieves Guild over here stays, but you could buy everything else. It's not something like I said, it's not something I plan to do for some reasons. Because one of those reasons, and I should explain rather than be cagey about it. One of those reasons is you get attacked. Town attack frequency. Your town, when you start your own town, you actually get targeted for attacks. But if you just buy up the hub, you won't get attacked because you don't have your own territory. You are in the hub, and the hub doesn't get attacked like that. So I'd rather be attacked by like the Holy Nation and have Holy Nation raids come to my base and try to kill me. That sounds cool. But you don't get that if you just live in the hub. Because the hub doesn't get that. So for those reasons, I do want to start my own city once we're physically capable and able. Might be a while, but it's the end goal. Alright, King, would you be so kind as to run out to the rebel base? So if you take a look here, where I built that metal refinery, it actually is flagged as my outpost. So I technically have an outpost, and this outpost might get attacked as a result. But since there's nothing to really attack here, if I do get attacked, I'll just walk away. It's not that hard to just walk away. Oh, what the heck happened? Oh, no, never mind. I thought that... Never mind. Just ignore me. I thought there was, those were camps, and, like, someone took over. So I'm getting everyone healed up so that I can fight again. Having Poetic, Trapper Keeper, McNauer, having them all mine up some copper so that I can start reinvesting in my my economy. Kang here is hoping to buy some iron plates, one more to be able to make my own iron plates. Oh, they don't have it. Okay, so alternatively what I could do is break down the dummy that I had made and salvage the iron plates from that. So I'll just do that. And reinvest that. Alright, Fang, you are joining Poetic in mining copper. Hey, Camel Spider. I didn't realize you were tuned it in. Just saw someone tag you. Camel Spider is a Kenshi modder that helped a lot with the Birth of the Hive, setting up mods for me to use for that series. Alright, Kang's doing the copper running. And then Ruka and Rain, they're not quite fully healed, so I'm going to wait until they're fully healed. But once they're fully healed, they're going to grab the iron from the dummy that I had started and set up the iron manual refinery. And then Kang is just running around grabbing the copper and selling it to the bar. It's a lot of manual labor. Now, one of the things that it could do is storage. Setting up storage for copper in these, in these locations here would allow the miners to then put the copper into boxes to further automate the process. And you can actually set it up so that people level up their athletics that way. If you put the copper storage really, really, really far away from the node, they will grab copper and run it all the way to the box, which is one method to fully automate. Oh, you can't afford anything, can you? Fine, I'll buy your food. Which is one way to automate athletics training. Kind of a clever way to do it. Alright, King bought a bunch of food for people to... one thing I meant to check is for books. Let me double check on that. Oh, they don't have books. They just have the harpoon blueprint, which is not going to be useful for me for a very long time. Oh, King, what happened to your leg? I just noticed something hit his leg. I have no idea what it was. All right, let's have King grab the iron plates and set up the iron refinery. Actually, Ruka and Rain will do that. King will just keep copper running. Story time with Uncle Rad. I love it. For some reason or other, Grunkle Stan popped into my head. God, I love that series. Alright, there's my iron plates. Let's put them to work. Now, for us to really start to yield manual iron, we're going to have to hit an iron node. So here's an iron node, which 3 people can mine. So we mine up the iron, bring the iron, and process it here. Alright, King, I think I still have these beds rented, so let's get your leg healed. Even my leader, Rockvin here, is still hurt. These copper resources are about to top up, so I'm going to have Rain start to collect them. God, there is a lot of micromanagement. I am jumping around everywhere. Alright, so there is the iron refinery. With that built, Ruka is going to... Let me see, is that the closest iron? There is iron there and here. So, there's a node somewhere under my nose. It would have made sense to honestly put this manual iron refinery next to a node so that there's less back and forth. And I can always make a few iron plates and fix that in the future. This is all very makeshift, as you might be able to tell. Will this be on YouTube? It sure will. So these 2 miners at the copper there are going to go help Ruka. Where Ruka is, there is no light source, but during the day, that shouldn't matter. And then once it becomes nighttime, I'll grab building materials from the original building and bring that over to illuminate it. The barman in here said he had 10k, so he still should have like 8 of the 10k left. So Rain will sell the copper there. And then all 3 of these guys can be iron mining. So we're at 120% efficiency because this is a high iron quality. Anything over 50% is considered good. So this is a really good node. And we'll turn the iron, we'll mine the iron and then turn the iron from raw into plates. And then Kang and Orin are just about healed up. And are going to head out to that rest of the copper. Just to try to make every last buck. So that we can start to buy blueprints and furnish the base. I might have, oh, come on. Load in. I might have Rain the Giant run out to the way station to see if they have blueprints for beds and the like. Let's see, because that was Naginata's. Alright, Rain, let's have you go solo. She's tough. She could probably make it. I'll micromanage her if she needs it. So let's see. Lighting. Torch post. Done. And then if we really wanted to speed this up, if I go to mining and iron refinery and stick an iron refinery here, and then stick storage for ore and storage for iron plates. There we go. So that will help. This will be the backbone of the iron requirements And that's where my first refined iron will go. Drop the iron plate that Rain has? Yeah, I should have done that. It's not even strength training her. Oh well. I don't think she's going to fill up her inventory, though. So, down here, these boxes all require iron plates. 1, 1, 6. Oh, you know what I could do? Rain could drop that. Hold on. Just have her drop that and note where it is on the path. And Kang, come get it. Alright, Oren is going to run... I'm juggling so much here. I feel like I'm playing StarCraft. Oren is going to go run the copper over. And then soon we're going to start to process, or want to process, this iron here. Oh, Rain's attacked. It is a bunch of starving bandits that I can juke around. I picked Rain because she's pretty fast. She's fleet of foot with those sandals on. She moves at 20. Oh god, wrong way. The thing I don't want to do is to have them beat on her and take her down. Wait, where's the way down? Oh god, it's over here. Yeah, okay. I am going the wrong way. Alright, gotta micromanage a little bit. The jukes! As you can see, if you're faster than them, they really can't stop to wail on you, so you can just bolt past them. Speed is king. Alright, so King was headed to the iron plate. And he can set up the ore storage. And then set up the torch. Soon, Rakvin's going to be out of research entirely. There's only less than 2 hours left to research, so he'll be able to help build as well. Just set up copper hauling as a job. Well, I don't even have anywhere to haul it to. I don't have copper storage at the moment, so without copper storage, even if I set it as a job, it won't be done. But that's one of the first things I'm going to do is set up copper storage for the 2 nodes that I have out here. Oh, you're just servants. Oh man, I have a lot going on. All right, so Rain is headed over to the way station to see about buying research books, because I didn't take note if they had any. Kang is here trying to set up ore storage for this area. Yep, so this is the ore storage. And then these guys just finished. So Ruka's going to grab all the iron, and we are going to go refine my first batch of iron with the 3 previous iron miners. Public sales. Not very useful. Yeah, Yoda agrees. So this facility here can manage up to 3 workers at once for maximum efficiency. And we process the iron into plates manually. Later on, you can tech it up so that you could do it with power and a lot faster. But I actually am happy that it is unpowered, because it's going to make it easier for us to do. Ruka has books on her. Oh yeah, that's right. She has the books I bought. I'll have them run over. Just 2 books. So she's going to dip, and Oren's going to take her place, and she's going to run over to Rockfin. So, getting our iron plates. So those iron plates will be invested here in additional storage and then moving the iron refinery, which I should have done to begin with, you know, if I had thought of it. So this box here can store up to 100 raw iron, which means we don't have to move it around so often, which is going to speed things up considerably. Where's Ruka? Here she is. And she's going to pick up 2 of the building materials as she leaves. Hey, Bagos. Cheers. And these 2 building materials will go to torches to help illuminate things. All my research is now done, so I need to hand these books in to queue up something else. I don't know what. Let's see. Maybe cooking and clothing. Low-hanging fruit for sure, but whatever. This copper output is full. I'm going to have Fang carried over to the hub. These guys are making the first plates. And once we get 6, we can move the processing facility. And then Ruka here has building materials for a torch, so that we can illuminate the iron mining and mine throughout the night without issue. Oh, posture check, you got it. 1 torch there, and then for now I'm also going to put a torch over here just so that this iron processor is lit as well. And then once I have the second processor set up, I'll break down this torch and the processor because I won't need it. Don't I want to get things like hemp and cotton before to research how to farm them? Yes, but I don't think I'm going to be doing any of that until I actually have a proper base. It's just research for future's sake to unlock it. But easily you can make the argument that I should hold on to my research and only really use it for like weapon tech for now. God, you are so famished. That almost looks like just ribs, not skin. Alright, and then with this iron plate here... Oh, Fang's under attack. Fang was headed to hub, so it's probably just some starving crappers trying to mug me. Yep, exactly. Once I get inside near the bar, they'll stop. They'll get killed. All right, so Rain ran out here to the way station in hopes to be able to buy some extra books, which there are tons of. So I'm going to wait a second because she's going to grab a whole lot of them. Books aren't the only research material. There are other research materials later on that are a lot more expensive. So there's ancient books, and then there's stuff even past ancient books. So just because I have some books doesn't mean I really have access to a whole lot. All right, who is delivering the other thing? Fang, yes. And Fang, you got hurt on the way? Where is the barkeep? I think the barkeep's in a fight right now. Alright, Ruka, you should be helping Kang. Yoda, what are you doing, buddy? He's going mad. Who was the other one running the copper? It was just Fang? I guess it was just Fang. Where the hell is the barkeeper? You stupid little servants. Stop messing with my barkeep. I'm gonna go loot their bandit leader. Sandals and a blade. Alright, there's the barkeep. Alright, bought some food. And now you head out to Kang. So that King can heal you. Rain, I don't have any money left, so just come home. Just come back to the hub and hand off the 12 books that you have. 12 books are pretty good. That's going to be a good haul. So if I take a look at my research here, I could do improved stone mining. Probably won't do that, though. I could do wind, which would help when I first set up my base. Same with makeshift walls, so I'll probably do both. I could even do small house and then tech level 2, which I think would be really important, and that's probably how I'm going to spend it. Stop chewing your paws, dude. You're going to chew them raw. So healing Fang real quick. And then one thing I could do is hold shift and tell Ruka to halt ore storage. So anytime there's any ore in this iron output, she puts it in the box. And then I should likewise do the same thing with the copper storage. So once I have... yeah, there we go. Now that I have an iron plate, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to have Ruka come over to the iron plate and set up copper storage for Poetic. So is everyone accounted for? Where's Orin? I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, everyone's accounted for. Good. Everyone's working. Pet Yoda? Hey, buddy. McNauer. Yeah. Alright, so Ruka's grabbing the iron plates. And one of those iron plates is going to be a copper storage here. Make sure to do storage copper, not storage ore. Because storage ore won't allow you to put copper. This is weird. Too close to another town. Yeah, maybe... How close? That's not that bad. Alright, Rockfin. And Rain. Rain, move here. Cool. The very foundation for, ooh, some more pets. The very foundation for our future being laid right now in some material processing. So if I want to build an actual base, there's two things that I really want to get an abundance of, which is iron plates and building materials. And I plan on setting up the facilities for both. The reason I'm continuing to mine copper is some of the most valuable resource. So mining a bunch of copper is going to allow me to, like, bankroll some extra research and the like. But the building materials and the iron that I'm working on processing... where are you going? The building materials and the iron that I'm working on processing are going to be mostly for a future base build. Alright, these guys are out of iron. So Ruka will work to deliver it. Just a second. Actually, Orin, you do that. Ruka's already kind of busy. There we go. And I'm starting to set them up with jobs to actually full-time process. And you can hold shift to do that. So I can set Fang to full-time, you know, mine, and so on and so forth. Alright, Ruka delivered that. Now she's going to go to the bar and sell the copper. And we're still waiting on Rain, who is in the cavern or whatever, in the canyon. Well, there we are. That's the start of industry. I'd like to get to a point where I'm only using this iron refinery, so we're 2 iron plates away from doing that. I don't want to risk breaking this down for anything less than 2 iron plates. But yeah, this is what a upstart city looks like, if you were wondering, or at least my take on it. I need a backpack? Yeah, I know. I haven't invested in one yet. I plan on it, though. Yep, here you can see the automatic ore sorting. 1 more iron plate, and we'll have enough for that other refinery. And then... Poetic hasn't hauled yet. Checking in on Rain. Rain has delivered. Here's all the books. And for the research, a small house, tech level 2. And that leaves 4 books left over. Awesome. And the last thing I want to do is actually consolidate the iron refinery, so we'll consider this done in just a second. So grab the 2 iron plates and grab the iron. Break this thing down, which yielded 4. Doesn't yield full, but that's still pretty good. And then break down the torch. And then all we need left is to make 1 storage box near this copper, if I'm allowed to. I might not be allowed to. Yeah, I can. So 1 storage box near that copper so we can store the copper when we mine it. And we sort of have the very start makeup of industry here. I'm just trying to set it up so that we can... Good place to end. So now if I queue up the... if I queue up the iron refinery, we'll haul iron from the storage to the iron refinery, and then all I need is an iron plates box, which Orin can make. And then Trapper Keeper will make that last copper storage. I know I'm going a little bit over time, but I'm almost set up. And after building that, what we'd want is the regular stone mine and stone refinery to be able to make building materials. So we'll be able to process and make our own iron plates and process and make our own building materials. That will have to wait. But there we go. Yep, iron plates automatically getting hauled away. I might need additional iron refineries to keep up with the iron miners, because the iron miners are most assuredly mining, I think, faster than I can process, but it's a really good position to be in. So let's queue them up with the operate machinery tasks. There they are. And make sure, yep, there. You can see the copper's being stored properly. They only move to store it once the node is full. But there we go. The fledgling industry that is going to feed our society. Good place to stop. Thank you for watching Kenshi Shek's Conquest, and a special thanks to all of you Twitch subscribers and Patreon patrons for allowing content like this to exist. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, as well as a link to Discord where you can sign up for notifications and announcements. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.